Hey everyone, I'm Amanda and I do all of the social media here at the Hattiesburg Zoo. And this is Steven.
Steven Taylor, I'm the animal care manager here at the Hattiesburg Zoo.
So we've gotten a lot of questions over the last week about our sloth experiences. So I gathered up all of your questions that you've posted online for us into a list, and Steven is going to help answer them for us today. So if there's anything that we miss at the end of the video, you can comment below. We'll be sure to get those answered. But I think we have a pretty good list. So let's get started. The first question that was asked is there an age limit or a requirement? And if the child is under the age limit, does the chaperone need to purchase a ticket as well?
So this is a question we get a lot. So the age limit is 15. If a child is under 15, a guardian or chaperone will have to come with them for the sloth experience, but also they'll have to pay to join in on the sloth experience, whether or not they want to participate or not. Even though they're going back behind the scenes, they still are getting a great experience. Even if you don't even hold the sloth, they still have to pay to join anybody who's under 15.
Right, so basically if you step behind the scenes, you're experiencing something that normal day-to-day guests don't get to see at all. So it's a privilege either way. Yes. So chaperones pay just as well as everyone else.
Absolutely. And then another question that's kind of stemming off that is there is no age limit as far as you have to be X amount to even go. We do base it on holding the sloth depending on your size, because he is a big boy, he's about 30 pounds. So even if you're a little guy, you still might have a chance of holding him, but it all depends on Chewy's temperament and if you're able to hold him or not. We also have chairs that they can sit in, and it really helps. You can sit in the chair and hold the sloth, makes it much easier. But you'll still be able to pet and interact with the sloth even if you can't hold it.
Right. Okay, so question number 2 is, will Maple be involved in the sloth experiences when she is older, or will she only be kept for our outreach?
Our goal right now is to reserve her for outreach. We'll see how she does with that. I'm not completely ruling it out as of yet, but we're gonna see as we work with her. We're working with her every single day and getting her ready. The keeper was actually just holding her and walking around the zoo right now. So we're gearing more for her to be our designated outreach animal, because we have to keep them separate from the animals that stay and do the education here on site. So if she's outreach, she'll be best for her to be by herself. So we're hoping she'll just do outreach is our plan.
You will be able to take pictures eventually of baby Maple in the exhibit. That's something that we kind of held to ourselves for a little while, just so we would have photos, dibs. But we are going to let guests start taking more photos of her as they are back there. Question number 3 is, what are the chances that the sloth is unable to be held due to stress? Is there a possibility that they won't be able to be held?
So this is a clause we do have in there in case Chewy doesn't want to be held that day. We don't ever want to force him to do something he doesn't want to do. I can tell you that we've never had this occur. He's always been an absolute angel for us. He's a weird sloth. He loves being handled, so it's never really occurred, but I'm not gonna say it won't ever happen in the future. But we do have a clause in there where if he doesn't want to be held, we can't hold him. But we'll still put him on the perch for you guys to pet him and feed him and whatnot, and still take pictures with him too, of course.
He's a rock star, so I doubt that ever happens.
Yes,
but you know, our team will take care of you, don't worry. Number 4 is, how long does a sloth experience typically last?
So they last roughly 45 minutes. We go through a lot. It's a very quick 45 minutes. You'll be in and out before you know it, because there's so much information, so many cool things you get to see, but it's around 45 minutes. I
guess then we can go ahead and answer the question on what all is included in the sloth experience and how it's structured as well.
Yeah, so our focus is kind of just general sloth care, what it takes to have a sloth in a zoo setting. So we go behind the scenes of the animal care area where we prepare diets. We show you our kitchen, the cooler, and you guys actually partake and help make the sloth's food for that night. So we feel like you guys for that. It's such a huge help, and it's really cool to see what they eat, because they eat some pretty strange things. So you just do that, and we'll take you into what we call the bird mammal room, which is the area in the Asbury Discovery Center where you see a lot of the windows. You go back behind those windows and you get an up-close look at a lot of those animals we have in each of those exhibits. And then of course it ultimately leads up to handling sloth and seeing the sloth.
And you also get a cute t-shirt.
Absolutely.
That is included. And this is just something I thought of off the top of my head. When our guests are in the back, are they able to see the other animals? Get a little peek of the other animals back in that little area? Yeah, so we do have other animals that share kind of the same room, or at least access to the same room in there. So we will pull some of those animals out and actually allow you guys to pet some of the animals that aren't sloths back there. So there's some really cute ones in there, little bonus animals that you'll get to see when you're back there. Definitely a bonus. Are photo opportunities provided, and are we allowed to take our own photos? I feel like I could probably answer this one myself. So We don't have a professional photographer that comes to these, even though I do a lot of our photos and videos here at the zoo. Myself, I don't attend every single experience because they're twice a week and things just happen. It's hard to schedule that, but we do allow you to take pictures on your phones, your cameras, just however you would like. We don't have any restrictions against that. We did have a question of someone asking if their husband came as well to just take photos, would he also have to pay? And that goes back to question number one. Anyone that goes behind the scenes will have to pay and purchase a ticket. So that would be something that you would need to do.
But we are very good at taking pictures for you. If you need someone to take your picture, we'll jump in and do it for you.
Right. Our keepers and our staff are really, really good about helping behind the scenes, getting a photo and a shot. If you don't have someone back there with you, they'll make sure that you get your photo op for sure. The next question is, how many people are allowed to attend each experience at once?
So it's a very limited number, which I know can be frustrating when you're booking these and we're so booked far in advance, but we like to keep it as small and intimate as possible because it's such a cool experience. So we only do 6 people. So we like to keep keep it as quiet and calm as we can for Chewy, and also it's more of a personal experience. We just have a few people back there, so you can just do you and some of your family. And we have 6 slots. You can book all 6 if they're open, or you can book a couple if they're open. So if you get in early enough, you can book all 6 slots and just bring your whole family if you'd like.
Yeah, that's fine. They do book up fast. We're going to try to get some more dates later in the year released soon. So if you're sitting around seeing that a lot of dates are sold out, don't worry. We're going to get some more published soon. So just hang tight with us, and we will announce that as soon as we release those dates. How much does it cost per person? So this is $65 per person, which I have come to realize is a really good deal compared to other places. And you get a t-shirt, you get the experience, you get to help create memories, you get to help prepare meals.
Yeah, there's many.
Once again, you get a t-shirt.
Yeah, there's other facilities that offer experiences kind of similar to this, but we're one of the very, very few that actually allow you to hold a slot. So that in itself is priceless.
Right.
So it may seem steep to some people, but it's such an exclusive experience.
I agree. And you get bonus animals.
Yes,
you get to pet cute little animals. Also, if you hear random noises in the background, we have 2 of our birds in here with us, and they are just dying for attention. This question is really funny. What does Chewy's hair feel like? And I feel like I've seen this question a lot, just anyway, about sloths.
Yeah, now they mention it, that's normally the first thing people mention when they touch him or pet him or even hold him. They didn't expect him to be as soft as he is. He looks kind of shaggy and rough, but his hair is incredibly soft. I mean, I'm jealous of how soft his hair is. It's unbelievable. And he's got some long, long hair.
It is long.
Very long.
He does have ears hiding under there too.
Yes.
There are ears back there.
Yeah. Sometimes the keepers will pull his hair back and show off the ears because they look very human. It's very interesting to see.
That's covered. Alright, on. If I have a cold or other illness, will the sloths easily catch it? Or can I get sick from them?
So there's not that many illnesses that are transmissible between humans and sloths, but we do implement hand washing. You'll wash your hands before you prepare the diets, you wash your hands before you handle the sloth, and then after you're done handling the sloth also. So we try to keep it as clean and sanitary as possible, just in case there's anything that could be a possibility. But that's a very good question. That's not one I've heard before, but that's a very good thought and something important to think about.
Thanks for asking. Keeping our animals and you safe. Next question is, what if the zoo closes due to rain or bad weather? Will we still have our sloth experience?
It does not matter what's going on outside. The keepers are typically always here. We still have to care for the animals. It could be a hurricane, though. That's probably a little extreme, but even if it's a hurricane, the keepers are here. So it doesn't matter if the zoo shuts down for thunderstorms, the keepers will still be here. We operate the Sloth Experience, so we'll still do it regardless. If you guys are ready to brave the weather, just make sure you bring umbrellas because we do have some a little bit of a walk back to the indoor area, so just bring some umbrellas and rain jackets, but we will still do it regardless.
Right. That is another thing that I think a lot of people are fearful of because they're scared, oh, if I book it so far in advance, like what if something happens?
Yeah.
But even on like Christmas Day and big holidays, our staff is here obviously because our animals are a part of our family, so we have to take care of them every day, just like we would have to take care of our children or each other. So yeah, our Sloth experiences are guaranteed for sure. The building would probably have to just crumble for us to not have it, probably. The last question we have on our list is, will they bite me or potty on me? And this is a funny one. This question actually came from one of our staff members that's never done the Sloth Experience before. So this is a funny question.
That's interesting. Okay, so we'll do the bite thing first. And that goes back to how his mood is, and if he's in a cranky mood, we won't handle him. Like I said, that has never occurred before, but the staff that take care of him are well trained on reading his behaviors, and if he's ever in that sort of mood where we think that might be a possibility, we won't even put him anywhere near any of the guests or anything like that. But he's such a sweet boy, we've never had that problem before. The potty thing, thankfully we've never had that happen. He isn't the cleanest of boys in some areas, so we do provide aprons for you to wear, so you'll be fully protected on the front from when you're holding Chewy, so you won't have any worry of getting anything on your clothes or anything like that. We call them Chewy skid marks sometimes when the keepers hold them, when we don't use aprons. So, but you guys will be protected. You have aprons, you'll be ready to go. And sloths typically only use the bathroom like what, once a week or something like that? They're pretty consistent. They've got it down to once a week. They're normally Wednesday, sometimes Thursday. We don't like Thursdays because that's when we do sloth experiences, but it's normally overnight. I think it's very rare they actually go to the bathroom during the day because they feel more protected when it's nighttime. True. They're nocturnal animals.
Right, okay. So that makes sense. Don't worry about getting pottied on. It'll be okay. But I guess you have an apron, so it's not that big. If we missed any questions that you guys need us to answer, comment below or send us a direct message. One of us will be able to answer the question between the two of us and our staff here at the zoo. So we hope that you get your opportunity to come see us here in Hattiesburg and have your own sloth experience with us. So don't forget, comment below if you have any more questions.